So, Davie, collaborative economics project. You've been talking about it for the last few months, been actually putting it into action. What does that mean? Explain it to the people.
So the collaborative economics project is, I think it just speaks to who I am, like selflessness.
You're asking me, Davie?
No, not you, Siri. I think it just speaks to who I am. Like, I want to see not only myself thrive, but I want to see my people as well. And to me, like, if you care about somebody, care about their business, you care about what they're doing, then, it's like we act in our God-given ability, and that's like when we create. When we create, we're kind of emulating that God power, It's like almost like let there be light, right? So it's like creating the conditions for each other to succeed, right? So with the Collaborative Economics Project, it's strategic planning with specific businesses. It's not just anybody that's an entrepreneur, but it's strategic planning. It's carefully selected, and it's all about setting the table where everybody can eat, right? So me, I need ears. I'm fighting against a society that's pushing everybody to listen to singles, to shop for music a la carte.
Yeah.
So when you come up with a whole body of work, like you have to literally pull people out of the matrix and say, no, actually stop for a second and listen to a body of work. You know what I mean? So I need ears, and I also need the conditions, in a regular day-to-day function, nobody's gonna listen to an album. So I had to create the condition where, okay, you're in this particular environment where I control the sound, I control the music. So I don't need a DJ, I'm the DJ. I don't need a radio, I'm the radio. Like, you're gonna get this finally free album. Like, you're gonna listen to it.
So
right?
cutting out all the other steps, but then bringing in those to kind of fulfill this prophecy, if you will, around connecting, collaborating, and moving the community and people forward.
Exactly. So, like for me, like I said, I need people there to listen. The particular place that I hold the venue, they need people, period, to patronize their business. So by merely coming in, you are motivated or inspired to patronize the business. Like the first one was at Bigsby Coffee, right? So we having an event, but you're there, you're gonna need to eat, you're gonna need to drink something, so you're gonna patronize the business that you're in, right? The second one was at Vitamin Candy, right? We having a party, you're gonna be hungry, you're gonna need drink, patronize the business that you're at, This next one, David Ford Studios, you're there. David Ford has everything from fashion to eyewear, and so he's not particularly a food place. He's a place of what's the word? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. I like using nice words.
So
but it's pretty much shopping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to, now because it's not food and beverage, I had to create that, right? So now I import the Milan wine experience, right? Now that handles the beverage. So we still need food. So I import my guy, David Mumford, with Smoky Sweet Soul Barbecue. And together, at that big table, everybody eats. Milan gets to sell her wine.
Yep.
David Mumford gets to sell his food. And David Ford gets to sell his merchandise.
Right.
And Davie gets you to listen to the album. It's a perfect combination.
And in the process, as you were talking, I hear kind of like that pin your location emoji. And you're putting pins down, and now you're connecting all of those dots so that people are at those locations and really connecting and bringing that dollar back to the people of the community.
Exactly. And then what greater gift can you give to somebody besides purchasing? It's to bring more people to purchase. I think I figured out, like I cracked the code. Like the only way to beat the algorithm, the only way to beat AI is the people, right?
Bring it back to the people.
Word of mouth. And the
Grassroots.
people, grassroots. So if I bring you to the pop-up party, that's you. But because of you, you experience something dope, whether it's the food, whether it's the wine, whether it's the merchandise.
Word.
Now you're gonna tell somebody else. It's gonna tell somebody else. It's gonna tell somebody else. It's gonna tell. So as we are controlling the narrative rather than relying on the algorithm,
Word.
rather than relying on paying Instagram $50 so it's a sponsor ad just to
Right.
make sure
Right.
all my individual circle
Yeah.
sees it anyway. And imagine that. Like, I got people that's followers, that's my real people, like in my immediate
That are
circle.
supporting. That are
But they won't never see my post,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Like, I gotta pay
Yeah.
for my friends, my actual circle, just to see my post.
So now you bring it live in action. That is the post.
Yeah.
Being there,
Yeah.
experiencing the
Yeah.
vibes, the energy, and through that,
Yeah.
it really sounds like it all boils back down to freedom.
Freedom. Yeah, it's like you're either going to wait for somebody else to free you, or we're going to free ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially what the Collaborative Economics Project is.
So you're taking everybody with you.
Not
wanna
everybody.
go? Who wants to go,
yeah. Everybody that's willing to fight. You know,
Yeah.
freedom ain't free. So I'm sure Harriet Tubman left a lot of people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody ain't ready to fight. Everybody ain't ready to sacrifice. Everybody ain't ready to go through what it may take. So even with this, you can't just be somebody that got a business, right? 'Cause I heard so many people like, oh, I ain't really got that Instagram stuff down. Well, if you ain't posting and marketing, you really don't benefit the circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we all gotta collaborate. We all gotta collectively attack this thing. That's the only way it's gonna work. So if you somebody that's like, well, I don't fool with that, well, it ain't gonna work for you. Like, it's literally, if you don't work, it don't work.
Yeah.
If you don't work, it don't work.
If you don't work, it don't work.
If you don't work, it don't work. And that's the type of people that I'm aligning myself with. You gotta be willing to work and grind for this freedom. Nobody's gonna free us.
There it
Freedom pays.
is. There it is.
My girl. Boom. I think that's it.
I think that was a good.
That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
See, I told you should be doing these interviews, man.